Hello everyone, welcome again to our standard 10 geometry class. Children, as I said in today's lesson, we are going to prove Pythagoras theorem. You all are very much familiar with Pythagoras theorem and you have been using it since 7th standard. So today we are going to prove that by using similarity property. So let us see Pythagoras theorem. The statement is, in a right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. See in the diagram, a right angle triangle ABC is seen. So what we have to prove? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So we have given triangle ABC is a right angle at vertex B, and we need to prove that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So now let us see how we can prove this. So for that we need a small construction here. So you draw perpendicular BD on hypotenuse AC. So BD is perpendicular to AC. So now in triangle ADB shown with yellow color and the bigger triangle ABC, right? So in these two triangles, angle ADB is equal to angle ABC. What is the reason? They both are 90 degree. They both are right angle. Also, angle DAB is equal to angle BAC. Same angle, only the names are different. So angle A is common in both the triangles. So therefore triangle ADB similar triangle ABC. Children, see 1-1 correspondence. A is common angle, so that is why vertex A is corresponds to vertex A. Now D is 90 degree and in bigger triangle B is 90 degree. So D is corresponds to B and the remaining third vertex B corresponds to vertex C of the bigger triangle. So in similarity, again I am telling, the 1-1 correspondence between the vertices of the triangle is important. Now once the triangles are similar, we can take the ratio of their corresponding sides. So therefore AD upon AB, see here, AD upon AB is equal to, now again AB upon AC, right? Reason, sides are proportional. Now cross multiply. So AD into AC is equal to AB square. Now you multiply AD into AC and is equal to AB into AB square. Give this as equation number 1. Similarly, now you take the other side triangle which is shown by pink color. So triangle BDC and the bigger triangle ABC. They are also similar by angle rule. How? See, angle BDC is equal to angle ABC. Why? Both 90 degree, and angle C is common in both the triangles. Therefore, triangle BDC is similar to triangle ABC by AA rule. So now you take the ratio of corresponding sides. So you will get CD upon BC is equal to BC upon AC. Now cross multiply. So CD into AC is equal to BC into BC square. Give this as equation number 2. Now you add equation 1 and equation 2. you add left hand side with left hand side and right hand side with right hand side. So you will get this one. Adding 1 and 2. So left hand side of equation 1 is AD into AC plus left hand side of equation 2 is CD into AC is equal to right hand side AB square plus BC square. Now here in this equation, which segment is common? AC is common. So take out this common term outside the bracket. So you will get AD plus CD inside the bracket and right hand side as it is. Now from the diagram, you just see what is AD plus CD. See, the diagram is given. Since points A, D and C are collinear points, therefore AD plus DC is nothing but total AC. So your equation becomes AC and this bracket also reduces to AC is equal to right hand side AB square plus BC square. Now AC into AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, and this is our Pythagoras theorem. The square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. So in this way we can prove Pythagoras theorem, and children, this is very important theorem. Every alternate year it comes in board exam. Now next is converse of Pythagoras theorem. As I told you, the proof of this theorem is deleted. So but its application is there. So while solving the examples, we use this theorem. So let us see what is its statement. So in the triangle, if the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the angle opposite to the first side is a right angle. Right? So if you are given that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, this is given to you, then angle opposite to AC is a right angle. So this is called converse of Pythagoras theorem. So now we'll see the application of these two theorems. So let us start with our exercise 6.5. Question number 1. So in first question, you have given the sides of triangles are given below. Determine which of them are right triangles. Write the length of its hypotenuse. Okay, 3 lengths are given. So just by observing the length, you can't state whether the given triangle is a right angle or not. So let us see how to decide whether it is a right angle triangle. So what we will do, one by one we will find out the squares of each side. So square of 7 centimeter is equal to 49 centimeter square. Square of 24 centimeter is equal to 576 centimeter square. Square of 25 centimeter is equal to 625 centimeter square. Now we observe that the sum of two smaller lengths, the sum of the squares of two smaller lengths is equal to the square of bigger length. That means the square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. What does it mean? By converse of Pythagoras theorem, angle opposite to the bigger side is 90 degree. Therefore, given triangle is a right angle triangle, as it satisfies our converse of Pythagoras theorem. Understood? Now let us take one more example. So here 3 lengths are 50 centimeter, 80 centimeter and 100 centimeter. Now we'll find out their squares one by one. So here 50 centimeter square is 2500 centimeter square, 80 centimeter square is 6400 centimeter square, and 100 centimeter square is 10,000 centimeter square. So when we add the squares of two smaller lengths, we find that their addition is not equal to the square of bigger side. So that means it does not satisfy our converse of Pythagoras theorem. So therefore we can say it is not a right angle triangle. Right. Now question number 2. Children, there are some more examples of the previous type, so that you try yourself. I think 5 sums are there. So now question number 2. Triangle PQR is a right angle at P and M is a point on side QR such that this PM is perpendicular to QR. So show that PM square is equal to QM into MR. This property is also known as geometric mean property. Right. So here that means the square of that perpendicular segment is equal to the product of the lengths of hypotenuse in which it is divided. So this property is known as geometric mean property. So now let us see how to prove. So here again this is very much similar to our that Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle QMP, see in the diagram it is shown by pink color QMP and our bigger triangle QPR. So in the triangle QMP, angle QMP is equal to angle QPR. Why? Both are 90 degrees. See here, they both are 90 degree. And this angle Q, it is common in both the triangles, the smaller triangle as well as the bigger triangle. Therefore, angle Q is equal to angle Q, common angle. Therefore, triangle QMP is similar to triangle QPR by AA criteria. 1-1 correspondence you check. Q corresponds to Q, right? Then M corresponds to P, both 90 degree, and the third vertex P corresponds to R, right? So this is, give this as equation number 1. Now secondly, you take the yellow color triangle, triangle PMR, and the bigger one, triangle QPR. Here also angle PMR is equal to angle QPR. Reason? They both are 90 degree and angle R is common in both the triangles. Therefore, triangle RMP similar triangle QPR by angle rule. Give that equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, the bigger triangle QPR is common in both the equations. Therefore, the other sides are also similar. So you will see the triangles on either side of this perpendicular segment PM. They are similar to each other. So therefore, triangle QMP, pink color triangle, is similar to triangle PMR, which is shown by yellow color. They are similar to each other. So now take the ratio of their corresponding sides. So QM upon PM is equal to PM upon MR or RM. Now you cross multiply. So QM into RM is equal to PM into PM. So therefore PM square is equal to QM into RM, and this is what we want. So, and this property is known as geometric mean property, in which the square of the perpendicular segment is equal to the product of hypotenuse in which it is divided, right? So that's all for today's lesson, children. We'll meet in the next video lecture. Till then, goodbye.